Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Prabhu Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Before starting our Srimad Bhagvatam class, I would like to read a quote on chanting by Srila Prabhupada. Persons who are perplexed and depressed in spirit, those who are sluggish, who are very frightened both physically and mentally, can attain perfect happiness by uttering Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. I am Pooja from Sydney. May I know who have joined today?
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Nikunja Rasidas from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna, Puja Mataji, and Maharaj and all the assembled devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shamarasika Devidasi from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Puja Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the devotees who joined today. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Rupini Padma Devidasi from Orlando, Florida.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining. Anybody else who would like to announce their name? Okay. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj.
Hare
Today we
Krishna.
are so Hare Krishna.
We are in mantra section. We have some devotees here.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for joining. So we'll begin soon as they announce or they give me the line to.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today we are so fortunate to have His Holiness Samik Rishi Maharaj from Ujjain. And today Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 6, Chapter 18, Verse 71. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. And please take over the call if you are ready.
Okay. Thank you so much, and thanks to all the devotees who have joined this call. And for beginners, I will give a little bit background about this. The name of this chapter that we are reading is the Diti. Diti is the wife of Kashyapuni, vows to kill King Indra. Why she wants to kill Indra? One may say that she is a great sage. What is the reason for killing Indra, who is the chief of the demigods, or who is the king of all the demigods? Why she wants to kill? The reason is because of him there was because of the Indra, the demigods could not win the battle against the Asuras, and she is the mother of Asuras. Also, Indra killed his son, who had 3 heads. So he killed her, and Brahmahatya was there. In this way, she was against this king Indra. Indra has done many other mischiefs also, like with Ahilya, and he stole King Sagar's horse, Yagi horse also he stole. So there are many stories about King Indra, but nonetheless, to putting the King Indra on the spot, Lord wants to show us that what should be the behavior, or how the consequences, are bad. So Diti wanted to have a son who will kill Indra, but because somehow now he is lamenting who the Kashyapuni. Kashyapuni is a Prajapati who has many wives, but particularly Aditi. Aditi is the mother of Adityas or Devtas. Aditi is the mother of Daityas or demigods. There is Kadru, Vinita. Kadru is the mother of all the serpents. Vinita, she is the mother of Garudji. So in this way, so many progenies like they came from beginning. It's not that it is because of the evolution or because of some change in the species we became, or we came from monkeys. All the species were there, 8.4 million species, which is fixed in all over the universes, not just one universe, but several universes. So now he's thinking what I should do. So so that Diti also changes her heart, and she does not pray for, or she does not have a son who will kill Indra. So he promised her that I will fulfill your desire. So now he has doing atonement, his Pashyatap is there, he is just praying, what should I do? So he says that, yes, you follow for 1 year, one vrat. Vrat means some vows. That vows are for Punshavan. Punsha means for people to do. It's about devotional service. And I will tell you about this Punshavan vrat. So he told that you do, and there should not be any mistake. It should be done very, very strictly. It has been read in previous verses about Punshavan vrat, and I will. So Diti becomes very, very angry, but so I will tell you about little bit about this Punshavan vrat and don'ts and don'ts. What the woman should do: worship cows, brahmanas. That is all devotional service. Lakshmi, the Lord, Go Vipra, Shriyam, Achyutam. Before breakfast. So this should be worshipped while wearing washed clothes. It should not be dirty clothes. And being always pure and being adorned with turmeric, sandalwood pulp, and other auspicious items. Worship women who have sons and whose husbands are living. Means a Veeravrata. So the one who is married and has a son, she should also be worshipped by the woman who is doing this Punshavan vrat with flower garlands. And how to worship? Giving them flower garlands, sandalwood pulp, ornaments, and other paraphernalia. Worship her husband also, and offer him prayers, and meditate upon him, thinking that he is situated in her womb. Means as if he is in her womb, because his virya has some soul who could enter. So the result means there are many don'ts: not harm anyone, not curse anyone. So these are the do nots. Enter the water while bathing, become angry, speak, or associate with sinful people, wear unwashed clothes, foods which are left over should not be eaten, offered to the goddess Kali. It should be offered to Vishnu, not goddess Kali. Contaminated by flesh or fish, brought by Shudra or seen by woman in her menstrual period. So that kind of food should not be eaten. Drink water by joining your palms. It can be taken by one hand, and lie down without having washed both your feet, or without being purified with wet feet, or with your head pointed west or north, naked or with other women, or during the sunrise or sunset. Don't lie down during this period. So these are the some instruction that Kashyap Muni gave to his wife Diti, who wanted to have a son who could kill Indra. And so one day, but Indra heard about this vow, and he said that he became like in a disguise. He became like a menial servant for Diti and giving her everything. So Diti, and he was watching her, that if she makes any mistake, then he can enter her womb. So we will see that. So Diti faithfully began discharging this vow of Unshovan Vrat. Understanding her purpose, Indra started serving her in disguise by daily bringing flowers. So what kind of service this Indra was doing? Bringing him her flowers, fruits, roots, wood, busha grass. This is like grass which grows everywhere. But because the nectar pot was put on those kusha grass, that's why it is worshipped in all the yajnas and all the. So his intent was to find fault in her vrat, Unshavan vrat. Once Aditi unfortunately neglected to wash her hands and feet after eating and went to sleep during the evening twilight. He said that don't sleep during the twilight time, during the when there is a giant period, sandhi, between evening time and the night time. So that is sandhi, trikal sandhya. One should do some Diti worship rather than lie down. So finding this fault, Indra, with his mystic power, entered the Diti's womb. And with this thunderbolt, Indra cut her embryo, which was growing, into 7 pieces. And then he cut each piece into another 7 pieces. So 7 times 7 is 49. So he made this one embryo into 49 pieces. Being aggrieved, the children pleaded to Indra. Now, naturally, there is pain even in the embryo also. They pleaded with folded hands, "We are your brothers, Maruts." So, why Brahma? Because the father is the same, Kashyap. Aditi and Aditi, they are sisters and wives of the same Rishi. So he says, "We are your brothers. Please protect us. Why are you trying to kill us?" Indra comforted them. If you are indeed my brothers in spirit, then you have nothing to fear. So if you are doing that and you are act as I'm your elder brother, you will act as brotherly, loving relationship, then you don't have to fear. So Diti got up from her bed and saw her 49 sons. So demigods, like children, they grow up immediately. They don't have to wait for 1 year, 2 year, or T3 is coming. They grow up like that. So they were very shiny, brilliant, like fire. In friendship with Indra, Diti asked Indra to tell the truth, and Indra honestly admitted, "Dear mother, blinded by my self-interest, I came to find fault in you to deflate your vow and cut your embryo. Please forgive me. I am a fool." So he uh, confessed. He agreed. He told the truth, and he is asking, begging uh, for pardon. So I am a fool. The dead embryo has come alive by the good fortune of your devotion. So he cut them. They were dead, but they became alive and warm. Titi was pacified by Indra's honest confession and genuine demeanor. Thereafter, Indra went to heaven with his brothers, the Maruts. So he went there, and we will read now further what happens, how this all happened. So text number 71. But first we will do some prayers. Oh, Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrashabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Vadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna. So text number 71. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोकेर bhavati naistiki. So Indra is speaking now. So because mother is asking, my dear son, I adhere to this difficult vow just to get a son to kill you. The 12 Adityas. Aditya means they are wind god and also sun. Aditya means sun also. I prayed for only one son, but now I see that there are 49. So how this has happened? My dear son Indra, if you know, please tell me the truth. Do not try to speak lies. So now Indra is saying to this, answering the question. Ambateham vyavasitam उपधार्यागतोऽन्तिकं लब्धान्तरो अच्छिद्रं गर्भमर्थ बुद्धिर्न धर्मदृक्. Indra replied, my dear mother, because I was grossly blinded by selfish interest. Selfish means he wanted to be protected, he did not want it to be killed, so I lost sight of religion. Dharma does not mean that you deceive and enter in the womb and kill the embryo into 49 pieces. When I understood that you were observing a great war in a spiritual life, I wanted to find some fault in you. When I found such a fault, I entered your womb and cut the embryo to pieces. So when Diti, the purple, Diti's aunt, explained to Indra without reservation that what she had wanted to do, Indra explained to his intention to her. Thus, both of them, instead of being enemies, freely spoke the truth. So that's important. And now she gave up the animosity to kill Indra because she was doing devotional service, Punshavan Vrat, worshipping Lord Vishnu through her Vrat. And so naturally, her all the tendency, like envious tendency or desire to kill Indra was gone away. So this devotional service, even she is the mother of all the Daityas. She knows that what is right and what is not right, and she forgives Indra. This is the qualification that results from contact with Vishnu, as is stated in Srimad Bhagvatam 5:18. Is the Yashasti Bhaktir Bhagavata Akinchana Sama Sarvair Gunestatra Samasate Sura Harava Bhakta Shukuto Mahaguna Manorathena Dhavato Sabhahi. Yashasti Bhaktir Bhagavata Akinchana. One develops a devotional attitude and becomes purified by worshipping the Supreme Lord. All the good qualities are certainly manifested in his body. So all the Sarver Guner means qualities. Sarver means all qualities of the demigods. They come, but Harava Abhaktasya Kuto Madhuna. But who is not a devotee, what kind of qualities they have? They have all how to become envious, how to cheat, how to tell lies. So Harava Abhaktasya Kutum Manorathena Dhavatu. So all the other people who are not devotees of Krishna, they run on the horse of mind. Wherever the mind is taking, they go. Means eating, sleeping, mating, depending, they want in a very sophisticated way. Eat, drink, and be merry. Yavat jivet sukham jivet ranam kratva ghartam pivet. You do just beg, borrow, or steal. Just eat foods cooked in ghee and enjoy life. So that is the so if one so Diti and Indra were purified because touched by the worship of Vishnu, because Indra is already a devotee and Diti being done this Pumshavan Vrat for almost a year, they become all purified. So whether you come in contact with whether in animosity or anyway, or with so many desires or no desire, but worship Krishna. Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udarati tivrena bhakti yogena yajit purusha param. Akama, you have no desire or full of desire. Sarva kama, moksha kama, even if you want liberation, the udarati, with broad heart. Udar means who has a broad mind also. Tivrena bhakti yoga, with great intention in devotional service. Yaje then you worship Krishna. Yaje means worship Purusha Param. Param Purush is Krishna. So we'll finish the chapter. There are just few more verses. Text number 72. Kuto me satada garva आसन सप्त कुमारकाः तेऽपि चैकैकशो वृक्णाः सप्तधा नापि मम्रिरे. Means they all this after cutting they died really, but because of the devotional service, the piety, not just piety but devotional activity, piety, pious and impious, and they both are bad, because to live for piety you have to enjoy the piety, but devotional service is something different than piety and apiety, piety and apiety. So first I cut the child in the womb into 7 pieces, which became 7 children. Then I cut each of the children into 7 pieces again by the grace of the Supreme Lord. However, none of them died. Means they died, but then they became alive. Tat 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 paramarcharya ham vishya vyavasitam maya mahapurusha pujaya siddhi kapya kapyanusangini. My dear mother, when I saw that all 49 sons were alive, I was certainly struck with wonder. I decided that this was a secondary result of your having regularly executed devotional service in worship of Lord Vishnu. So if you worship Vishnu, then all auspicious things happen. Now the children were died, they came alive. That was because of her Punshavan Vrat. And Indra honestly told everything. And he begged pardon her mother Diti. So those are good things we should learn. So sometimes Krishna puts Indra into such a position that we can learn so many things from this. So purport of this text number 73. For one who engages in worshipping Lord Vishnu, nothing is very wonderful. This is a fact. Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara. Dhanurdhara means Arjun. Dhanu means the arrow and bow. One who is wields or carry this Dhanurdhara. Partha is Gandiv Dhanush. Tatra Srir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvani Tirma Mama. So at that place, wherever there is Yogeshwara Krishna and where there is Parth, Arjun, the carrier of the Gandiv bow, then at that place there is always victory. Sri means the fortune, victory, Bhutir, Dhruva, Nitir, Matir. So 3 things are there. Whatever extraordinary power, Bhutir means the power. So wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjun, the supreme archer, there will be certainly be opulence, victory, and extraordinary power, and morality also. That is my opinion. Yogeshwara is supreme personality of Godhead, the master of all mystic yoga, who can do anything and everything he likes. This is the only potence of the Supreme Lord. For one who pleases Supreme Lord to achieve, no achievement is wonderful. Anything that they could get, everything is possible for Krishna. So, and whatever we are getting in the material world, it's all possible because of Krishna. I am reading to you the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagvatam. It is all because of Krishna. Every arrangement is made, whether creation, maintenance, destruction, sustenance, everything, all the sun, moon, planets, floating and so many planetary systems, so many universes. And then beyond this is all the covering, Shiva Loka, then Vaikuntha Loka, Krishna Loka, and so many expansion of Krishna. This is all because of Krishna. पालन आंखों करी सके जो जगह बहरी हो. Even if whole universe is against you, but nobody can even move even hair or even any leaf. So any achievement which we may feel wonderful or how it is possible, it is done. Impossibility is written in the dictionary of fools. Devotees could do anything depending on Krishna. So we should depend on Krishna. So the text number 74. Aradhanam Bhagavat Yamana Nirashisha Ye tu Nechyantyapi Paramte Swartha Kushalaspatha. Although those who are interested only in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead do not desire anything. Although they can fulfill their all the desire, but people who are worshipping Krishna, they don't want anything, but anything material. from the Lord and do not even want liberation. They don't want the moksha also. There is the desirable thing. People do these three purusha, dharma, artha, and kam. That by dharma means varnashram dharma, you earn the money, then you enjoy with the money, fulfill your kamna or desires, and then ultimately they get frustrated that nothing is happening. They want a moksha. Liberation means freedom from repeated birth and death. That is possible, but beyond that is Pancham Purusha, is Krishna Prem, and that is what is needed. We are all meant to serve Krishna. We are all spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna, and by connecting with him, we could develop ananda or bliss. We cannot become blissful or ananda or happiness. Happiness in the material world, if there is something absent, like absent of suffering, we think we are happy. But that is not the real happiness. The real happiness is when the soul gets in touch, connect with Krishna and worships him, then that is real happiness. The soul enjoys, he wants to dance, he wants to chant. Yeah. So when our mind is absorbed in Krishna and done in a proper way, then naturally Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karma Dhyanavartam. Anyabhilasha, there should not be any desire for selfish aggrandizement or for our own sense enjoyment. So Anyabhilashita, Jnana Karma Dhyanavartam should not be covered by Jnana and Karma. Jnana means to merge with knowledge that I am the part and we want to merge back, so we'll become one. We cannot become one or merge. Their conception is like they think that if the water is falling into river or ocean, then it becomes finished everything. But no, if you tag it with a radioisotope, those atoms are still there. A bird is sitting in a green tree, a green bird, there may be camouflage, but still the bird is there, a tree is there. Same thing, whatever creation, whatever living being are there, they don't get finished. They are still all the time there. All the species are all the time there, whether in this universe or other universes. So wherever there is Krishna and the path, there is always these four things are there. There is extraordinary opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. If you are not God consciousness, there is no morality. There is no culture. People become vulgars, are like rogues and thieves, dacoits, and even if they wear tie and coat and suit, but all the desire is to exploit and how I can enjoy by my own effort. They don't give credit to Krishna. So for Krishna and his devotees, see Sudama, he did not ask for anything. Or Dhruva Maharaj, within 6 months, he pleased the Supreme Lord. And Supreme Lord says that I came to have your darshan. And then he says that you beg whatever you want. He wanted to have his kingdom. Initially, he wanted just to have a little thing to sit on the lap of his mother, or his father, Maharaj Uttanpat. But his stepmother refused him to climb. She says that you die, then come back in my home, then only you have the right to sit on your father's lap. Then he became he was crying and went to his mother. Her name is Suniti. And then she said that, yes, he told you right. I am not the king's wife who is chosen by him. She is Suruchi. He likes Suruchi and you have to do that. But how to do, how I could get, I want to now get the position better than great grandfather like Lord Brahma. So he went, then he met Narad Muni. Narad Muni saw that he is very much decided and he wants to engage and he could tolerate any austerity. So he went to Madhuvan. Madhuvan is very close to Mathura and he engaged in devotional service to Krishna, chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In this way, he was chanting, and within 6 months, Krishna or Narayan came in and then have given the darshan. And he said that you ask some boons. And he said that now seeing you, I have got the diamond. Why I should ask, look for broken pieces of glass? He said, no, still, anyway, you wanted the position, so I will give to rule over the Dhruva star, polar star. So he became the king there and worshipping in that way. So text number 74. Aradhanam Bhagavat Yamana Nirashisha Te tu Nechyantyapi Paramte Swartha Kushala Smarataha. Although those who are interested only in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead do not desire anything material from the Lord and do not even want liberation from Lord Krishna fulfills all their desires. Like Dhruva Maharaj saw Lord Vishnu, he declined to take any benediction from him, for he was fully satisfied by seeing the Lord. Nonetheless, the Lord is so kind that because Dhruva Maharaj in the beginning had desired a kingdom greater than his father's, he was promoted to Dhruva, the best planet in the universe. Therefore, in the Shastra it is said, Akama va sarvakama va moksha kama udarati. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajit purusha param. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he is full of material desire, free from material desire, or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the personality of Godhead. Really, all the boons are given by Krishna. Even if you are doing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, everything needs some bhakti. Otherwise, you cannot get the result. So one should engage in full devotional service. Then even though he has no desires, whatever desire he previously had can all be fulfilled simply by the worship of the Lord. The actual devotee does not desire even liberation. Anyabhilashita shunyam. They don't have any desire. And they are free from any material desire. Because that entangles any material desire, keeps you in the material world. And so that's not good. We should get out of this material world because it is a dangerous place. Nobody is happy. Krishna has labeled this as a dukkhalayam ashashvatam, place of misery, and it is temporary. So why we should want temporary? We are eternal, and only in eternal situation we could be happy. Our real place is the Golok Vrindavan, Krishna's abode, and we should go to Krishna's abode. And then only in that atmosphere, like fish cannot stay out of the water. That's the natural environment. The soul's natural environment is Krishna Lok, Golok Vrindavan. The Lord, however, fulfills the desire of his devotee by awarding him opulence that will never be destroyed. So he gave opulence to, say, Sudama Brahman. He gave opulence to Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj wanted, I don't want anything. I just only that I should not have any desires. I should not be asking. I am not a beggar. I should not be asking anything. But then when he prompted him on Narsimhadev, please ask something. He says that please forgive my father. So he says that not only your father, but 21 generations in your family is already liberated. So don't worry about that. Even Vasudev Datta was a devotee of the Lord in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, and he had so much leprosy, and there were maggots were crawling on his body, and then if they fell down, then he will bring them up and put them uh, and put them on the flesh so they don't die. But, and he was asking the Lord, when Lord asked him, please ask the moon. He said that please give me the sin of everybody in the universe and let me suffer for them. So pure devotee do not want to see anybody suffering. They just wanted to see that everybody is happy, and he wanted to take the sins of everybody. And he said that please liberate. Even Yudhishthir Maharaj, he went to this hellish planet and saw the suffering of so many people. Just by his presence, they are feeling some release. And he says that Yamaraj, please go and enjoy an higher planetary system. And he says, I cannot go, leaving them here. Then Yamaraj had to release everybody from their suffering, from their sinful reaction. So devotee does not beg, is not selfish. He is asking for that Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Prabhupada, Mangalam Pundari Kakshu, Mangalayatmana. Sarvamangala Mangale. So he wanted everybody should be live auspicious, live peacefully, should in harmony with the Supreme Lord and worship the Supreme Lord. So one should engage in full devotional service. Then even though he has no desires, whatever desires he previously had can be fulfilled. A devotee becomes more and more opulent as he increases his devotional service to the Lord. Now you may say, why Krishna gives the opulence? Not to keep him down, but just to show to the world, either he takes away the dhan. In Bhagavatam, there is written that one who is a devotee in the beginning, Harishyatava dhanam sanai. I take out his, because he has dependent on material things and Krishna. So he says that because he has some opulence, there are many followers. So he takes his riches away. So his full attention is on Krishna. Who will ask him? Nobody. So he becomes fully dependent on Krishna. But Krishna also gives lot of opulence also. This Yudhishthira Maharaj, he made the Sabha and then he gave so much to Yudhishthira Maharaj, Amrish Maharaj. He was protecting to Bali Maharaj. He gave him the opulence in the lower planetary system, and he became his guard also. He gave opulence to Vibhishan. Vibhishan, he gave all the Ravan gave 10 heads to Lord Shiva to get that. But Vibhishan got it without cutting his head or anything. Lord Ramchandra, as soon as surrendered, then he put him Raj Tilak at the bank of the, where he was living with his Sukri. Everybody refused. How you could say that you are, that you will win? The Ravan is so invincible and you are giving the kingdom. And what if a Ravan comes to, he says that I will give my kingdom of Ayodhya. That means, don't worry, I have given this kingdom to Vibhishan, and then if Ravan comes and surrenders to me, I will give him my kingdom in Ayodhya, because Bharat Maharaj was not the king. He was protecting, and his shoes of Lord Ram were sitting on that in the kingdom. They were ruling the shoes of Lord Ramchandra. Karmi's opulence is destroyed. Nothing is left over. But the opulence of a devotee is never destroyed. A devotee becomes more and more opulent as he increases his devotional service to the Lord. Text number 75. Aradhyat mapradam devam swatmanam jagadishwaram kovranita gunasparsham buddha shan narake piyat. The ultimate goal of all ambitions is to become a servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, servant of the servant of the servant. Dasa Dasa Anudas. Our real position is Dasa Dasa Anudas. If an intelligent man serves the most dear Lord, who gives himself to his devotees, and he becomes sold out, he lives in the heart of his devotees, how can he desire material happiness, which is available even in hell? So this material happiness, eating, sleeping, mating, depending, everything is available even in the hell or any species of life, chewing the chew. But in a human form, our duty is to serve Krishna, is to engage in devotional service, serve full-heartedly the Lord by Navada Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Ismaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dashyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. So an intelligent man will never aspire to become a devotee to achieve material happiness. Don't become a devotee to get material happiness. That is the test of a devotee. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches, na dhanam na janam na sundarim khavetam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishvara bhavatat bhaktira hetu ki tvai. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. A pure devotee never begs the Lord for material happiness, because material happiness is temporary. At the most, at your death, everything is gone. Not even your body is there. The Lord promises, however, yoga kshemam vahamya. Jase kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. That my devotee never perishes. Yoga kshem, whatever he is lacking, yoga and a union unites him with whatever is lacking. And a kshema means the protection. So he gives the protection and he unites us whatever is needed for us. And he knows what is our best. So he provides. I voluntarily bring everything necessary for my service. So one Brahman was engaged in his service of the Lord Krishna. And he was reading Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Kshamam Vahamya. He said that I never saw that Lord would come. Vahami Aham. I do it personally. So he cut Yoga Kshamam Dadamyam. I unko deta hun. Not Vahamya. Not that I carry his yoga and shame. And that Brahman did not find any food or in the alms for many days. Then last day, like he cut that verse Yogakshamam Vahamyaham, he put Dadamyaham, and then he left to beg. And then when he, after some time, two beautiful boys, one black and one white, comes, lots of things to carry on their backs, and then they came to the house of this Brahman who was translating or reciting the Dichi on because he went to take a bath or bag, whatever it is. So he can, so she takes out all this, and then she prepares her cooks for them, feeds them. They say that you please take rest until my husband comes. And your husband has slashed us, he has bitten us, he has cut our cheeks also. There was bleeding, and he says it is done by your husband because he cut the words of Bhagavad Gita. Yoga Kshamam Vahamyaham. He put it Dadamyaham. He changed it. My husband is not so cruel, but anyway, so when the Brahman returns, those boys were gone, and the wife told everything, and then he went to the desk and saw that I put this slash on the body. This Bhagavad Gita and verses Bhagavatam are the body of the Lord, are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one should never think that this is wrong. We should depend on Sadhu Shastra Guru. Shastra is the most important part, and whatever Sadhu says and whatever Guru says should tally with the Guru can explain, or Sadhu can explain in a simple way, but not that you cut the words of the Supreme Lord. So the Supreme Lord gives him everything. Yogakshama, I voluntarily having everything necessary for my service. So the text number 76, there are 76, 77 and 78 is the last verse. There are no purport. So we'll read and finish this and discuss about this chapter especially. Tadidam mama daurjanyam bhalishasya mahiyasi Shantur mahimasi matastvam distya garbho mratotikatah. Oh, my mother, and she is telling, Indra is telling to Diti, the mother of demons or Asura, the best of all women. I am a fool. Kindly, this Indra is saying, kindly excuse me for whatever offenses I have committed. Your 49 sons have been born unheard because of your devotional service. As an enemy, I cut them to pieces because she was doing this vrat, Ponshavan vrat, to have a child who could kill Indra. But because of your great devotional services, they did not die. So this Indra is telling to Mother Diti, the wife of Kashyapuni. So text number 77. Now the Shukavach. Indras tayabhyano gyatah shuddha bhavena tustaya marudbhi sah tvam natva jagama tridivam prabhu. Jagama tridivam. Jagama means he went. So translation, Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, Diti was extremely satisfied by Indra's good behavior because he served her when she was doing devotional service, but he told the truth. He did not lie. And so the Indra offered her, and now she lost any interest in killing Indra. Why? Because there was no point. Now his all the 49 sons were become brothers of Indra, and so the enemy, if you are chanting regularly, then there won't be any enemy. Whole Vasudeva Kutumba, whole Vasudha would be your Kutumba. Indra offered his respect to his aunt with profuse obeisances, and with her permission, he went away to the heavenly planets with his brothers, the Maruts. The last verse, text number 78. Evam te sarva akyatam yanmam tvam pariprachyasi mangalam marutam janma kim bhuya katha yamite. Translation. My dear King Parikshit, so this is King Parikshit, that is Sukadeva Goswami is narrating to Parikshit. Parikshit is the son of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu died in the battlefield with 7 Maharathis. They attacked all at once. So I have replied as far as possible to the question you have asked me. Repeat, especially in regard to this pure, auspicious narration about the Maruts. Now you you may inquire further, and I shall explain more. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 6th canto, 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Diti vows to kill Indra. And I will go a little bit more about this and about the devotional service, Bhakti, and how beautiful, how wonderful this devotional service is. So we talked about the birth of the Marutas. The next chapter is all about the Punshavan Vrata. What is this ritualistic ceremony? We talked a little bit that what is the quality and how to perform that Punshavan Vrata. So holy name, she was chanting the holy name, this Diti, and so Urukrama, Krishna is called the power of the holy name. He was chanting Urukrama Paradip, the Lord, so everything is possible because he takes shelter of the powerful Lord who is known as Urukrama or Trivikrama. His wonderful acts of covering the three worlds with his 3 footsteps. Tad Angri Rajasa, devotee who has taken shelter of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, do wonderful things unimaginable for a common man by the grace of the dust of the lotus feet. Vidura Vigatah, what to speak of a sanctified devotee, even a Chandal or an touchable outcast is immediately freed from material bondage if he utters the holy name of the Lord even once. Sa Jahati Bandham, he gives up his material bondage. The body is a symbolic representation of the bondage according to one's karma. Then we get a different bodies. Transforms the subtle body, chanting the holy name, immediately transforms the subtle body. Subtle body is made of mind, intelligence, and false ego. Because of this, one is immediately freed from material bondage. Alternate versions for. So anyway, by the service that Punshavan Vrat, she was engaged in the service. So now knowing God through the service. While answering the several questions posed by Maharaj Rahugan and Jad Bharat. Rahugan and Jad, Rahugan wanted to go to where there is Sangam of Ganga and some ocean, Sagar, Ganga Sagar. So Jada Bharat gradually began to teach him about the absolute truth. The absolute truth is manifested in 3 features, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Jada Bharat spoke this verse to explain the qualification required to understand the Bhagavad aspect of the absolute truth. One cannot understand if he is very sinful. Gradually, by doing this bhakti, sadhana bhakti, then gradually all these subtle things from the mind, they go away. Subtle contamination in the heart, they go away. And we could realize, and then Krishna gives from inside, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenama, then one can get Krishna. Only matter to understand the absolute truth is devotional service. One cannot attain the perfection of spiritual life by following the directions of the Vedas. One only has to approach a pure devotee and serve him to understand the absolute truth without fail. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. So by approaching a pure devotee of the Lord, then because he is tattva darshi, he knows the truth, then they can understand. There is no alternative for a living entity to become liberated from the condition state other than exclusively following and serving the devotee. This is the ultimate word in all education, as quoted by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So repeated, Lord Chaitanya quotes this verse to Sanatana Goswami while explaining how devotional service is obtained. There are several verses like this. So, but even the learned, unless they get a spiritual master and ask him all the things, so even the learned becomes bewildered. So power of the illusory energy that is called Maya, sometimes also means anything that is should be used for Krishna, because everything is owned by Krishna. It would be thief and rogues if you don't offer them to Krishna. like food we cook, but where the food is coming, who is growing, and it is by mercy of Krishna who is doing the digestion. So everything, first we should give it to Krishna as a bhoga. Let him enjoy. So Lord Maya is also very, very strong and captivates because of the association with the modes of material nature for a very long time. Even liberated souls sometimes become captivated by the energy due to inattentiveness in the transcendental position. Creates a havoc. This Maya, everyone should very cautiously execute devotional service by rightly following or rigidly following the regulatory principles. Vaidhi Bhakti. Otherwise, a little inattention will create havoc. The Lord is Patit Pavan, not Kripana Pavan or not Kapata Pavan. If somebody is kapat, just show off business. Lord does not, he knows the heart, and only he is merciful. He is like known as Patita Pavan. And there is in the Jagannath Puri also, when you go, there is a Patit Pavan Vigrah of Lord Jagannath at the gate. And if somebody cannot go inside, then at least they could see this Patit Pavan Diti. Insufficiency of So theoretical knowledge acquired by studying the Vedas is insufficient. Just by the knowledge or knowing all the verses of Puranas, Itihasas, or even Bhagavatam cannot make you a devotee. You should, under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, one should engage in devotional service, and that is what is required. Even those who have studied Vedanta and have performed a certain amount of worship may fall into illusion and pine at the loss of their children and so on. So to overcome Maya, one has to take refuge in the Lord. The sun of Bhakti. Bhakti is like a sun, and the fog is the sin. So sin evaporates, goes away. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayana agham dhunvanti karsneyena niharam eva bhaskara. Only a rare person, Kechit, a rare person, who has adopted completely unallied Kevalaya devotional service, Bhaktya, to Krishna, Vasudeva Parayana, can uproot the weeds of sinful actions, Agham, with no possibility that they will revive. He can do this simply by the discharging devotional service. Just as Eva, the sun, can immediately dissipate a fog by its rays. Gyan cannot uproot the sinful desires. The test of Krishna consciousness is that whether you have given up all the material desires. Slight bhakti is enough to remove sins. Bhakti provides the result of other processes automatically. Destruction of the nations. Rarity of bhakti. Bhakti is very, very rare, although it is simple for simple-hearted, but overall it is very rare. And bhakti destroys sins without effort, and bhakti removes sins without the support of other persons. So one has to surrender. So there are many things that we discuss about this, and Krishna have a lot of qualities, and Krishna is a handsome, so devotional service, that by doing Kunshman Vrat, it was like a devotional service. Wow, to engage in devotional service. He has a beautiful girl to play with. This girl created by Krishna is spiritual potency, because Radharani is the Vamangi, comes from the left side of the body, and from the right side comes Balramji. But she gives him the pleasure, his own pleasure potency, Ladini Shakti, wins over his, she wins his unconquerable mind. She has innumerable girlfriends that are her expansions. Their beauty is never to be seen even in Vaikuntha's realm, not to say Apsaras or even the demigoddess or Vaikuntha planet. Even Lakshmi is also cannot compete with Srimati Radharani. Speaking nothing of the dark material world, they all love Krishna. Is more dear to them than their own lives. How we must enter into the spiritual varieties of life. That is Krishna Loka. That is the Vaikuntha Loka, especially Krishna Loka. Therefore, Krishna says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yamanyas chashvita. You can understand Krishna by devotional service only. He is Satchidananda Vigraha. Satchid Ananda Vigraha. Sat means eternality, Chit means knowledge, and Ananda. His body is not like us. He is Satchidananda Vigraha, but he has got form. So Brahman realization is a partial understanding, but Krishna realization is the complete realization. In Vraj, everyone loves Krishna purely without any mixture of awe and reverence. What to speak? So anyway, there is a great description. You may have some questions or something, questions or comments or something that you want to discuss about, we can go and talk on those things. So you can unmute. There is only a few minutes more left. So please unmute and let us discuss about this beautiful topic of Punshavan Vrat, how the next chapter would be all about Punshavan Vrat in more details. I told you in short, but there would be how to perform this through this Vrat. Vrat means taking vows. And it has to be very severely. She just did not wash her hands and feet, and then this Indra came by his mystic power in her womb. So we should be very careful. Chanting should be proper. Different devotees' relationship with them should be pure, and we should finish the service that whatever you have taken the vow. Just like Prabhupada, one should chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So not less, or at least it should not be less. More, it could be any number. So please unmute if there is any questions or comments. Let us talk about this.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my Danat Pranam to you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Rupini Padma Devi Dasi from Florida, Orlando, Florida. Maharaj, you were mentioning about, not to drink with two hands. That's because the left hand is not pure?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So just, we should
one
take
can
water.
pour water on the right hand from the top and one can drink, but not with the two hands.
Okay, okay. And also, Maharaj just mentions that one should not sleep during the time when the sun is there. So generally, sometimes the sun is up by here. It's like 6 o'clock. No, 6:50 in the morning, and like in the evening also it's around that time. So generally, I mean, after sunset, anytime one can sleep that way. Then it is
But
okay.
Right. These are the Sandhi period. Morning time is Sandhi. The night is going, the day is coming. There is Trikal Sandhya, 3 Sandhis. Sandhis means the junction, mid-noon and the afternoon. There is Sandhi also. So one does Gayatri Mantra, one who has taken Brahman initiation, they could do 3 times. And then evening time when the cows, they return back. Dusk or the time, twilight, the time when the sun is setting, and that time also the demigods, they go around like this. Hiranyakshas and Hiranyakashi's mother, she did not watch not to have Sambhog with her husband, same Kashyap Muni, and she had in her womb, there were 2 demons, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashi. So abnormal, you should watch what is auspicious time, what is inauspicious, particularly this Sandhya time. And that's why it is said that you should do Gayatri and chant the names of the Supreme Lord. Okay, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you. हम ऐसे फोन पर करते हैं. Okay.
So Maharaj, like the sunrise and sunset are auspicious times, And in those times
Yes.
when the sun is rising, so say the sun is rising at 7 a.m. here in USA. So that is a time when actually with the forecast we see on the phone, right?
Yeah,
It
we
is
should do.
yeah.
Yeah, there's an auspicious time that is also called Brahma Muhurt. 1.5 hour prior to sunrise is very, very
So
effective
the
time.
1.5
Engage in
hours
devotion.
prior to sunrise will be like, suppose 7 a.m. the sunrise is there. So it will be
It's
till from
5:30,
till the 6 to 5, 5:30 to 7.
right? That's correct.
Okay, okay. And then when the sun is coming or setting, that is the time it's nice to do little 10, 15 minutes kirtan, because it's when the
Right.
sun is going, because the sun has done its duty, so to say, and now it's, moving forward. But they also say the sun doesn't move. Sun is in only in one place. The planet's moving around the sun, right?
Yeah, but sun also moves. It's not that
Sun
sun
also
does not
moves.
move at all.
Yeah,
Right.
because we see like suppose our house is north facing, and from east to west we see how the sun is going, from one window and then up, and so we almost we cannot see like the earth moving. We see the sun moving only because
Sun
of the
is so big,
sunrise.
so
Yeah,
sun does move. Okay. Earth
sun
moves,
also
sun
moves.
moves.
So
Right.
everything is
None
moving.
of them,
Sun, planet.
nothing is stationary. Everything is moving in the material world.
Yes. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the wonderful class and explaining about Diti. And, actually, we are in the same situation where small things like sometimes, we go out and we have to come back and wash our feet. And there are so many other things, small things, which we should follow. And Bhagavatam is teaching us so that way. Uh, these are our daily routines. And that is also Bhagavatam is emphasizing, which I never thought would be one can do, not do, but there's so much of learning from these verses.
Right.
Like so much we learn, what to do and what not to do. So it's very nice. I wish we can imbibe everything, but slowly we're standing in purity.
Gradually and
Yes.
gradually,
Yeah.
and by following.
Yes.
But all the rules and regulation comes under one thing. Always remember Krishna and never forget him. So
Yes.
that is the most important. That you always remember Krishna. All others rules and regulation is secondary to this. If you follow all the rules and don't remember Krishna, then naturally you are going downhill.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for your association and your, nectarian class. Hare Krishna.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Okay, if there is any questions, any comments?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Danu Pranam.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Radha Raman Prabhuji. Yeah, I just wanted to see that you are attending very attentively. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thanks for your blessings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, anyone else has any comments? Thank you, Radha Raman Maharaj. Or Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Radha
Maharaj.
Raman.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Samarasika Devidasi from Jamaica.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for explaining so nicely about the Punsa Vrata. And we are eager to hear more on next chapter. So thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, anyone else has any other comments?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat Pranam. Glories to Prabhupada. It was nice hearing the nectarian class from you. Thank you for the purifying association. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So, anyone
Maharaj,
else
one more
has any?
question. Maharaj, one more question. Indra had already committed one, in the Govardhan Leela, how he was doing this and then he repented. He came with a cow in front of Krishna. So now again he's, just to keep his position and all, again he's doing this in the womb of Aditi. So does this incident happen after the Govardhan Puja, or did he not learn the lesson, or does Indra keep on doing this?
Indra keep on doing it because his forgetfulness, he has a position, he becomes very proudy of his achievements, he's the king of all the demigods, they follow him. So one who is very opulent and does not worship Krishna, he can fall down very easily. But this is prior to, this is in like Satya Yuga, Kashyap Muni and Aditi, but this Indra, that is later on when he was trying to drown the whole Vraj. Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
That is
Actually, I
in
was hearing.
Dwapar Yuga.
What is
I
that?
was
That was in Dwapar Yuga, right, Maharaj? Govardhan Leela.
Yeah, this was Govardhan Leela is in Dwapar Yuga, but that was in Satyuga.
also, Maharaj, like this controlling mentality is like a not. It is actually a sign of weakness, which I heard from some of the lectures, the devotees.
Yeah,
That when
yeah,
we are
it is.
controlling, then it is.
Envy
It's
and
not
yeah,
a.
it is.
It's not a humbleness. It is like you're trying to, have pride in you. So that's what he harbors in himself, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, okay, can
Hare
we end
Krishna,
now?
Maharaj. Maharaj, please
Hare
accept
Krishna.
your obeisances. All
Please
glories to
accept
Srila Prabhupada.
my obeisances to you, Jai
And
Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam, Maharaj. Maharaj, I just, after hearing some discussion just now, I just thought of like, what is the current position of Indra in the Kali Yuga?
He's
Like
ruling
somewhere
up.
it may be.
Yeah, it's not much mentioned. He's the king of the demigods. His current position, he's up to 71 cycles, yugas. 4 cycles like make one yuga, and then he is ruling for 71 yugas. There are 14, all these demigods, Indra and Manus, and they rule for 71 Chaturyugis. And then that is in a day of Brahma. Then they change. Okay.
Okay. So as per the yugas which are included within, like Kali Yuga is also included within that yuga. So that cycle,
Yes.
he has to be there. Okay. Indra has to be there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
Maharaj.
Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank
I have
you.
to run for Arati.
Thank you
Okay,
for
we
the
will.
nectarian class.
Yes,
Vancha
Labasindhu
Kalpatarushya
Very
Vaishnadev Namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रीदास ठाकुर की जय।
Jai.
प्रपात की जय। हिज होलीनेस समीश्वर श्री महाराज की जय।
जय हरे कृष्ण
ग्रंथ राष्ट्र
Jai.
भागवत की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
जय।
महाराज धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Dandavat Pranam.